Here's the brutal truth no one's telling you. You can't get into college with good grades for zero ECs. I've helped over 100 students with empty activity sections get acceptance letters from top schools. The secret isn't finding last-minute clubs to join. That strategy fails almost every time. Instead, I'm going to show you the exact three-step framework that admissions officers actually use when evaluating academically strong but extracurricularly weak applications. And later, I'll reveal which colleges actually prefer this type of student. But first, let's address what you're really worried about. You're probably panicking right now. Maybe you focused entirely on academics. Maybe you worked a job that took all of your free time. Maybe you just never found a club that interested you. And now you're convinced your college dreams are over because your activity section is emptier than the school cafeteria during finals week. I get it. The anxiety is real. But here's what most college experts won't tell you. ECs are just one way to demonstrate the qualities colleges actually care about. They're not looking for well-rounded students anymore. That advice expired a decade ago. What they're really searching for are students who demonstrate 5 specific qualities: passion, initiative, commitment, impact, and authenticity. The question isn't whether you have EC, it's whether you can prove you have these qualities through other means. And I'm about to show you exactly how to do that. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, having no ECs will make your journey harder. I won't lie to you. But harder doesn't mean impossible. In fact, for certain colleges, which I'll at the end of this video, academic excellence alone can be enough if you position yourself correctly. So let's talk about strategy number 1, academic excellence. Most students make a critical mistake when presenting their grades and coursework. They just list them and move on. But what if I told you there's a way to make your academic achievements tell a story that replaces the need for ECs? Here's what I mean. Instead of just saying I took AP Physics and got an A, you need to demonstrate how that course with all of these. For example, you could say something like this: I challenged myself with AP Physics despite having no previous physics, teaching myself calculus concepts at night to keep up with the class. How that shows initiative, passion, and commitment. The exact college they're looking for in ECs. The most successful no extracurriculars applications I've helped with all do this. They transform academic achievements into quality demonstrations. Now here comes strategy number 2. It is even more powerful, redefining what counts as an activity. Here's the truth that changed everything for my students. You probably have ECs, you just don't recognize them. You help take care of siblings or grandparents, work a part-time job, have a personal project or hobby, help at your church or community, or create content online. Count all of these as activities if you frame them correctly. My students thought she had 0 ECs, but she spent 20 hours a week caring for her younger brothers while her parents worked. That's not nothing. That's leadership, responsibility, and commitment. She got into UCLA by focusing on the skills she developed from that family responsibility. The key is explaining the qualities these experiences developed in you. Strategy number 3 is what I call the deep dive approach. And it's perfect for students with good grades but no formal activities. Instead of breadth, you demonstrate extreme in your academic interest. Did you know that over 70% of admissions officers say they'd rather see deep intellectual engagement in one area than scattered participation in multiple clubs? Here's what this looks like. Reading 15 books in climate science because you're already very fascinated by it. Reading a personal research project related to your academic interest. Teaching yourself a skill connected to your intended major. Following specific professors' work in your field of interest. These activities demonstrate the same qualities as traditional ECs, but they align perfectly with academically focused students. Now for the revelation I promised. Which colleges actually prefer academically focused students? Large state universities, technically focused institutions, and many liberal arts colleges often value academic excellence over AC involvement. Schools like Purdue and RPI and dozens of excellent regional universities regularly admit students with stellar academics and minimal activities. The key is to match your application strategy to the right schools. Remember, your college journey isn't over because you don't have traditional ECs. It's just going to look different than the path most students take. And sometimes that different path leads to even better destinations.